the Bryant Park. It's not very big, but looks pretty safe. Lots of people here. Very nice. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with my shiny new GoPro. Keeps cutting off, but I have a spare one. That's my old one, which now works better than the new one. I don't know, maybe it was an update. I needed to do an update. But anyway, we're continuing with tips about street photography, right? And lots of people. Okay, my new GoPro doesn't want to work, so I'm recording with the old one. But what I wanted to say is that if you're curious about street photography, so tip number one is to go to a big city with lots of tourists, or any tourist destination, right? Such as this one. And we are in Bryant Park, right? So nobody pays me any attention. And this is my big camera. But the second tip is to use wide angle lens. Like on this GoPro, I'm now in a super view mode, so it captures a very wide area. And if you use a lens like this is a 14-24, which some people might say is crazy for street photography, but I really like how I can capture, you know, like I'm shooting let's say a building or a fountain or a table or something, or a, you know, small garden, and then there's people walking by, and because I'm using a wide angle lens, it captures everything. So, and they have no idea that you're actually taking their picture. So as opposed to, let's say, 50mm or 35mm, I find that a lens like this, maybe better would be like 16-35, because this one is a bit too wide, but for big buildings, big objects, this is really nice. And I'm shooting with a Nikon D810. saw some kind of like a, what do you call it, demonstration. In Russia we call it demonstraция, but there was a bunch of guys dressed in military fatigues, and looks like they were trying to get into the bar, and then I found out that somebody said it's like a veteran suicide prevention campaign or something, so they support veterans. And that lands, you know, one drawback of this 14 to 24 is that you have to be really close, and sometimes it does not work. And so now I switched to my 70 to 200 millimeter, which actually can be also good because it gives you a different perspective. And this is great for, let's say, if I go on a boat, because I want to go for a lunch on this lobster shack, right? A lens like this is cool for you know, the skyline of New York City when it's far away. And this is Hotel St. James. Very interesting, lots of colors, very interesting landscape for a photographer. I'm just walking around in circles around my hotel, passing Barclays Bank over here. This is 7th Avenue and I don't know, 51st Street? 50th. 7th Avenue and 50th Street. And I changed lenses again, like now I'm doing 50 millimeter. Traditional photography. Yeah, I'm having a lunch, and I see right across the street there's the big bus. The guy selling tickets over here. So after lunch I want to go there, hop on that bus, big bus, and then we're gonna do a tour of downtown.
Downtown, yeah. So we're downtown. That's the green one downtown. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Just listen to the tour with the headphones, and I'll let you know. There you go, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Not a problem. Thank you. Yeah. Look at that, sir. Yeah.
Which you want to be? This side? Or you want to be in the back? Okay. We're right back in front.
the bus that I came in. That's the city sightseeing Grey Line. I was sitting with a guy in a green t-shirt now sits. And I decided to hop up here because this is I think it's called Battery Park at the Hudson River. So might as well walk around and take some photos. This is a very nice area near the Hudson River. This is Battery Park, right? You can buy beer or drinks over there. You can watch people running and walking and find the distance that the Statue of Liberty over there.